Okay, guys, so this is something really interesting that I was not expecting, and after seeing this, I really wanted to do video on this and show this to you guys, because this is really impressive. So, this is my i9 12900K with 64 gigs of RAM, which is obviously irrelevant for this purpose, running an old AMD Radeon R9 290. I don't think it's even the 290X. I think this is just the standard R9 290. It's running, so the settings are turned all the way down, but it's running 1440p resolution. And I mean, it looks pretty good. Keep in mind, this is a zero value video card. When I acquired the video card from the guy that I got this card from, I got it for free. And I basically told him that the only thing I wanted this card for was that every so often I do a build where I need what I call a zero value video card. I need a video card that will give some level of gaming performance, but I need it to cost nothing because I need the computer to cost, you know, a couple $100, something like that. Oopsie. Oh, look, I just got drugged. So this is really, it definitely calls into question what you actually need to run these games. I mean, over and over and over, you see these YouTubers that do these videos on, oh, what hardware should you buy? What video card should you buy? And it's not a discussion of, do I need a 7900 XT or XTX? Do I need a GeForce RTX 4060, 4070, 4070 Ti? You know, that's what it is. It's a discussion of, do I, you know, which video card should I buy? Should I buy a 7900 XT or should I buy a GeForce, you know, RTX 4070? There's no real discussion of, well, could I get by with a GTX 1070? Could I get by with a Radeon RX 580? It's always, well, those video cards are old, they're outdated. You know, they might throw you a bone and say something like, oh, yeah, you know, if you don't really have the money to upgrade, don't feel bad, you know, not everybody has the money, blah, blah, blah. But that's the discussion that's had. And, I mean, the experience is all here, is what I'm going to say about this. I mean, yeah, does it have some of the fancier glowies? I mean, look at that. Even that light. I mean, a lot of the lighting effects are even still here, running at base settings. I mean, you're not going to get as pretty of, you know, reflections off wet surfaces and stuff like that. You know, obviously there's some caveats in a budget experience like this, but it's not nearly as bad as you would think. And this is even running 1440p. This isn't like running at like 1024 by 768 or something like that. And we're hitting, I mean, obviously the 12900K is allowing us to hold solid frame rate at whatever resolution this is capable of. But I mean, to put that in perspective, I mean, like a 12600K, maybe even like a 10600K, but definitely like a 12600K is going to give you a pretty similar experience in this. And I mean, you can get a 12600K if you look in the right place for about $200. You can get a board that'll take it for, you know, $100, maybe slightly less if you look in the right place. You know what, $300? You look at like 16 gigs DDR4 can be had for $40 fairly easily on eBay, so you're at $340. You know, a cheap old Corsair power supply, $25 if you look in the right place, so you're at $365. You know, 1 terabyte SSD is $50 now, less if you go, I mean, I'm getting good SSDs for $50. You know, $40, so you're at $400. You get a video card like this, or, you know, GTX 980, 970, yes, 780, 780 Ti. Well, no, not much. So I would stick with 9 series because the 7 series doesn't natively support DX12 quite well enough. But you get the picture. I mean, this is an experience that can be had for under $500. That's if you actually have to go buy all these parts. You might have some of this stuff laying around. But I'm going to do a video on this, on what you really need, and I'm going to jump from system to system just to show, you know, what you can actually do. I mean, look at this. Our frame rate really isn't dropping below high 30s. And for Cyberpunk 2077, 30 FPS is the baseline. If you can hold 30 FPS, not 30 FPS with occasionally dips to 23. You need to hold 30 FPS and only go higher than that. But if you can do that, that's the baseline for playable video in this game. So anyway, I hope you guys find this interesting and informative. I'm going to run, what are we at right now? 6 minutes? I'm going to run for another couple of minutes, give you guys 10 minutes of this. We're going to drive through the city, you know, drive through, show. And it actually, by the way, running on the motorcycle when you're at speed, sucks more performance because it's drawing fast. I think it's because it's drawing faster. I don't know that for certain. I'm not that in-depth knowledgeable on this stuff, but I think it's because it's drawing faster. If I were off walking around, it would be running even higher frame rate. Like, watch this. Let's stop for a second here. Get off the bike. Yeah, see that? The frame rate immediately goes up. The second you get off the bike, it goes up. So I'm going to turn the volume back on and run for a few minutes and just kind of show you guys, you know, what you can do with this.
See what's here.
Okay, so I hope you guys find this kind of an interesting look at just how low end you can go. If you have a good CPU, you may not have to spend a fortune on a video card. I mean, I'm not saying I think everyone should go find an R9 290, but at the same time, I mean, this should give you an idea that you definitely don't have to spend a fortune on a GPU to have some fun. And just think if this were, I mean, you can get a 1080 for $100 now in the right place. So, yeah. Anyway, hope you guys find this interesting and informative, and thanks for watching the video.